Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of real-time Java with AI.
We are here.
And Mary, why don't you start by telling us where you're at?
Yeah. Sure. Yes. Hello, everyone, and we have special guest today, Jake, with us too. But yeah, let me tell folks too. I'm at the San Mateo, California, for the Developer Week CloudX. That's the conference. So that's where I am. Just arrived from the airport, went straight here. I actually took an early bird flight and got here like at 9 in the morning. So yeah, it's been fun. And here there are different vendors in this venue. A lot of AI stuff too, as I'm noticing too. Just a casual walk through the venue and ChatGPT, things like that. That are up on some of these booths too. So it's exciting. I'm going to explore and talk to some of these vendors as well. And my talk tomorrow will be on more about streaming tomorrow, and also a round table I'll be doing. So yeah, that's where I am. Yeah. And so, and Aaron, you there? Okay, it's a little delay.
I am here.
Yeah.
So hey, like Mary said, we have a special guest today, Jake Luciani. Jake, welcome, and why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
I guess we're losing you, Aaron.
Oh no, really? You're losing me?
No.
Oh.
I can
Jake,
see you.
Are you able to see?
Yep, everything's fine. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Hi, I'm Jake.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Jake. I'm a developer. Been working in Java for over 10 years. And I've been working in AI now for fun for a while. I went to college for cognitive science, and I studied AI back in like 1990s, late 90s. So
sure.
I'm super excited that like this stuff has finally come back, and now it's like real. So it's
right.
fun to mess around with. And yeah, in my my full-time job, I work here at DataStax. I've been working on the Apache Cassandra project for a whole bunch of years, and I'm the lead dev on Astra DB, which is our cloud product.
Yeah. So Jake, of course, I stumbled across something you'd put on Twitter, maybe a couple of weeks ago about oh hey, I just cooked up this really cool project called Jlama. And we talked about it, and it's basically like you meant it as like a distributed inference LLM engine, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us how that came to be?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, as I said, I've been interested in neural networks for a long time. I dabbled with deep neural networks back in like 2012, 2013 when that first kind of popped up. And then now that, transformers have kind of taken over the world, I thought it would be fun to kind of, learn how they work from the ground up. That's how I like to learn. And yeah, I thought it would be pretty cool to kind of build a LLM engine, which was CPU based, and we could see how the cost of inference. I wanted to see how much we could drive that down if you bought a whole bunch of like cheap instance types and built it in a distributed fashion. And actually my main goal for this is I have a bunch of Raspberry Pi Zeros.
Right, I was going to get to that.
Yeah, so I have
awesome.
So I have about 50 of them, and
yikes!
My goal is to do a art installation where I'm running this on across all of those Raspberry Pi Zeros. They each have one core and 1 gig of RAM, and build a sort of brain shaped art piece where you could see the LLM think as the tokens get passed up through the layers. So I thought that would be a pretty cool, fun side project.
Yeah, for sure. And I got to admit, I've messed around with it a little bit, and yeah, with the pulling it back through the I think it's the GPT-2 model that you can get it to like build a little like conversation kind of thing as it goes along. That actually is pretty slick. I'm hoping in a little bit here. Are you okay demoing something? If you're not, that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. But could you start by maybe telling us a little bit about how it works? In terms of working with some of the existing models that are out there. Again, like GPT-2 and Llama 2, Hugging Face.
Sure. Yeah. So Hugging Face is kind of the place to go for models. And most models are stored in pickle format, which is a Python format. And unfortunately, it's only really readable by Python. So folks have been building their own kind of formats. There's GGML, I think. There is a couple others. There's Onyx, and there's also one from Hugging Face itself called Safe Tensors, and that's so that's a nice format. The other thing is most of their models are in that format. So the first thing I did was build a Java API for Safe Tensor format. So you basically get this giant blob file, and it lets you seek to specific spots to basically pull out different layers and weights. Yeah, so that's how that works. And then and then once you have that format, depending on the model type, you can read any GPT style model. There's also a Llama style. I'm adding BERT model support. So each of these model architectures have different kind of names and paths through it. Yeah, so I added those next. Getting the Llama to work was a bit tricky because the Hugging Face, the way that they export their models in Safe Tensor format had some weird quirks, which weren't really well documented. So it took me a while to figure out exactly how those were laid out. But yeah, so it works now. And I posted a tweet a while ago, I think this past weekend, that I was able benchmark Jlama against Llama.cpp, and turns out the Jlama could run the inference faster, which was actually a big surprise to me.
Sorry, I've re-added myself. Sorry. Yeah.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah. Oh, welcome back, Mary. Yeah, Jake, it's good you brought up that tweet. I was actually, you know, when you mentioned that, I had my phone in hand here, and I was just trying to look for it, just trying to find it, and you know, to reference that. But yeah. So you're able to benchmark it actually faster than something like I'm trying to understand something done in like natively in C. Is that it?
Yeah. So you know, it just goes to show that Java 20 is actually quite fast, and you know, a lot of people think that it's not, but you know, I'm sure that the Llama CPP folks could match it, but but it was interesting that, you know, the JVM kind of does so much to make things fast. So it was an interesting you know, factoid.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, hey, Jake, I think this is a good time to maybe pivot into, you know, a little bit of a demo here. Did you want to share your screen, and then either Mary and I can add it to the stream, and then you can kind of run through. I think it's that one Maven test that you have that we'll go ahead and like do a GPT-2 like conversation.
Sure. Can you guys see my screen now?
Yeah, I see it. Let me add it.
I'll let Aaron, you add it.
Oh, you know what? I bet Mary and I tried to add it at the same time.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Here, let me try again.
Still blank.
Yeah, it's still showing up as blank, Jake. Do you have to like pick the window yet, or the app?
See.
Yeah.
I could try to actually share just the app. I did share window. Oh, let's see. How's that?
Yeah, it starts out asking about like which browser tab you want to share.
Let's see. Let me try one more time. Share window.
No worries. And Mary, you're coming through much better now.
Thank you. I have no idea why. I actually restarted my browser before I started, so it happens. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yep.
I had to reboot my machine, so sorry. Happens.
Well,
I'm still not seeing anything displayed.
There's two options. There's share window or share screen.
Oh, it doesn't give you the option to
maybe I think if you share window, or I'm not seeing it yet.
Yeah, and then do you have like a terminal window that shows up as an option on one of those?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean it pops up and then doesn't show up there.
Okay, it's like this, but it's blank, right?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but
oh, that's really strange. Yeah, you don't see anything else for you to choose there, huh?
I do not.
No? Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Maybe I will try and do this live here, huh? Let's go. There we go. And let's pick this one and share.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Oh, come on. I have to remember where I have it. There we go. Okay. So if I go into source, main, Java, GitHub, tjake, Llama, or Jlama, and let's see here. Oh, you know what? I want to go into the tests, don't I?
Yeah, I mean, if you just cat the README file, it'll show up. But you first have to make sure that you downloaded the model itself.
Yeah, I should be okay.
Yeah, there you
yep,
go.
I see. Yep, GPT-2 medium. Yep.
Yep. So there's a shell script in there. That's one of the interesting things. There was no like non-Python way to like download the models. So I wanted I wanted this to be like pure Java, with a tiny bit of shell script thrown in there. Yeah. So
no, I get you.
Yeah, so you don't have to go into the directory. Just cat the README file, and it shows the command in there to run.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think it's just let's see. Yeah, you're right. I'll just instead of trying to like drive by the seat of my pants here, I will listen to Jake. We'll just do that. That's going to be the better option here. All right.
Yeah, if you just scroll up a bit.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, just that first one. Yeah, so I haven't added like an actual prompt running script, but that's pretty trivial to add. Also depending on the type of llama. So what this test does is you give it a prompt and it just completes the text, right? So the prompt is something very simple. But if you go in and then we can also support instructions, right? So you can do more of the open AI typed chat response model. So it's the same thing, just you have to add some extra tokens to basically tell the model like, hey, here's the question, please process it. So there's like a extra set of words that have to be added to the message. But it's pretty...
Okay. Let's see here. Well, let me give this test a shot here. So this is going to force that test model's GPT-2 run, and I'm trying to remember what the sentence is in there. It's something about like unicorns in their own language or something like that, and then GPT will just kind of build on that and expand. So let's give this a shot.
Yeah. So the initial prompt is in a shocking finding, scientists discovered a herd of unicorns living in a remote, previously unknown area of the Andes Mountains, and from there it kind of goes on.
Yep.
I think you mentioned that your box was like the CPU is already going crazy.
It's freaking out whenever I'm on a video stream. So maybe my machine wasn't the best one to do this on, but we'll deal with it.
Yeah. So it's probably going to generate pretty slowly looking at it.
I was going to say maybe I can do it. However, today my machine is acting up. So
I know we just got all sorts of problems going on today.
Yeah. I feel like I'm walking on water really carefully so I don't disturb. Yeah.
All right. Come on.
Right.
Yeah. This is a terrible demo.
We need elevator music.
I guess this is what happens when we have to deal with the circumstances as they come, and Oh, of course, I'm the one who's like, yeah, I can do a demo, of course, without any preparation, right? Yeah, no problem. The good news is it's thinking. It hasn't aired out.
Yeah,
It gives me hope.
that's right.
I also did a git diff just to. I couldn't remember if I'd changed your original sentence there, Jake, or not. And the only thing that came back is I had switched up the POM XML to use the latest release of Java 21. So that should be the only real difference.
Okay. Well, yeah, it seems like it's your machine's pretty overloaded.
Yeah, I'm looking at a system load average of 42 right now.
Wow, it's not good.
Java is at about 21%, 28. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then Google Chrome pushing 100.
Wow. That is,
Well, I tell you what, maybe
Let's
what we'll
bet.
do is we'll put a link to your repo in the in the comments on the live stream, and then folks can come check it out too. Your instructions in there are super easy, so that's it's pretty easy to do.
okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
All
And
right, sounds good.
maybe we can have you again next week or something too. And yeah, hopefully it's better. So,
Under better
Yeah.
technical circumstances.
that's right. Yes. Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, all right. Let me. Oh, it moved.
Yeah. Here we go. Just when you said we're done, then it moves.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
look at that.
Oh, here we
Finish
go.
here. It's doing it. It's working.
Yeah.
taking a really long time. Yeah, those tokens.
We
should be
just had to
going-
threaten it with leaving, and that was it, right?
That's right. Now we know the trick.
Yeah, but those tokens should be generating like in a tenth of that, like 50 milliseconds, not 700.
Right. Yeah, this is totally coming down to a my machine kind of a problem here. Of the 15 unicorns found in the Andes Mountain, a shocking finding. Yeah. Southern region of Bolivia this time. That's different. Anyway, well, I think we've kind of shown the example here. Let me break out of this and then not share my screen. There we go. Oh,
Where's
no, not that.
Where's okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I think that's all we had planned for today.
Today,
Hey,
yep.
Jake, thank you so much for coming on. I really wish things would have gone a little more smoothly, but I think this is really cool. And folks, if you're checking out some of the AI LLM models out there, go and give Jake's Jlama repo a look. It's pretty seriously cool. So
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And before we go, I want to remind everybody to join us next week, August 23rd. I love AI, and that's the place where you can learn a lot more about AI too. We have prepared for you a set of really good presentations. So, yeah, and so you can see the QR code and also the information here, just right in front of me. So, yeah.
all right. Well,
Okay.
hey, Jake, thanks again.
Thank you.
And we'll see everyone later.
All right. Bye.
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 And
Okay, still going.